Can you have him turn that down? Thanks. I'm sorry. Winkler.
Obviously, no update, but what are your emotions right now?
This is part of it. You know, it's just the game. There's injuries, and so we just go play, and we can accomplish all of our goals. So we'll see what happens with Steph in terms of a timetable. But we're getting KD and Klay and Draymond back here coming up soon, and no reason why we can't go out and get on a hot streak and go into the playoffs in a good frame of mind, and you know, win games and win series, and hopefully get Steph back somewhere along the way and do everything we set out to do.
What's the latest on the other guys' progress?
KD's doing better. I talked to him today. He made some real strides the last couple of days. So he won't play tomorrow, but chance he'll play next week, either Tuesday or Thursday. We'll see. As long as he keeps progressing, I would expect him to play in one of those games. Draymond will play tomorrow. Klay, not as close as KD.
Did Draymond participate today?
We didn't practice. It's a get what you need day. We watched film. It was a shoot around for Utah, so we went over the Utah scout, and guys have been out here shooting on their own.
And it's Draymond, he's not like on any minute restriction. He'll be back in the starting lineup.
Yeah. Imagine if I brought Draymond off the bench.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
How does the team change with Steph's now?
We've seen it 20 games already, so we don't score as much. The pace doesn't go as fast, but we can still play with really good efficiency. Still got guys who can score and defend, and no reason why we can't adapt like we have this year. Particularly when we have everybody else. You know, it's been a struggle lately without all of our guys, but you know, without all of our main scorers. But you know, our main stretch without Steph, when we had everybody else healthy, I think we won 9-2, and we had the best defense in the league, and we did really well. So we know we can be very successful.
JaVale was kind of saying like he's never seen anything like this before, just with all the rash of injuries, and so it's kind of scary. So there's almost like a juju on the team. Is that something as a coach that you have to just like keep guys focused and not let guys get too down in this situation?
Yeah, I don't buy that. I mean, it's just sports. It's things happen. Some years everything goes great. Some years they don't. This team has seen it all over the last few years. You know, we've been in the finals where the other team got hurt. You know, in 2015 when Kyrie and Love were out. The following year, it kind of went the other way. Steph was hurt throughout the playoffs, and we had injuries in the finals. And you know, last year we had kind of the KD injury leading up to the playoffs that threw a scare in us, and we got healthy and rolled, and things happen. It's not, there's no karma at force, no juju. I think JaVale probably felt bad last night because he was involved, even though it was a total fluke and accident. But our approach as a team has nothing to do with juju or karma, or we're well aware that this is just sports, and so you respond accordingly. You just play your heart out and you prepare for everything, and you go in with supreme confidence, and you also keep it in perspective. It could be a lot worse. You you think about some of the other guys in the league who have suffered injuries this year. Gordon Hayward, is the first one that comes to mind. You know, this is it's not a major injury. The timing's not ideal, but you know, we can overcome this. Steph can be back this year. We'll see. We don't have the results yet, but we're assuming that he's going to be able to come back, and just got to hold down the fort and understand this is all part of the journey.
Steve, to your point of keeping the things in perspective of 3 other All-Stars will come back, and you guys won 9-2 earlier this year. What's the sense of being able to apply that in a playoff situation, just knowing the nature of the postseason versus the regular season?
Well, we've done that too.
Yeah.
You know, we did it without KD for several games last year in the playoffs. The year before, I don't remember how many games Steph missed, but he was hurt in 2 different series, Houston and Portland. He missed multiple games in each. So we've been through this. So we know the formula.
These Curry injuries seem like freak accidents. At a certain point, would you like him to maybe avoid the pain a little bit?
Avoid the pain?
Yeah, Monty was asking him about that yesterday. He said absolutely not for a few years, but it seems like maybe he could protect himself a little bit if he weren't around those big guys.
You want him to become me, like a spot-up shooter who shoots 4 times a game?
Monty
and
does.
stands
Monty
there?
does.
What I asked him was, I said, some guys, as they advance in their careers, they go into the paint less often and they start settling for jump shots. I said, can you imagine a time when that happens? And
Yeah,
he said maybe later, but
Yeah,
not
when he's
now.
like 40. You think about last night's injury.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with, you know, being in the paint or whatever. It was just, you know, JaVale came over and got tangled up with Loon, and
Right.
it was similar to the Zaza injury or the KD injury last year, where, you know, bodies fall and there's 10 guys on the floor and, you know, stuff happens. So no, I don't buy into that at all. You know, you just play. You just gotta go play.
Do you still see Quinn taking that spot, or how do you see that moving forward?
Yeah, Quinn will start tomorrow, and we'll probably start the same way tomorrow, except for you know, Draymond coming back in for JB. But I haven't made the final decision yet. But you know, with Klay and KD out still, you know, we got to play everybody. Nick and Patty and Andre Shaw. They're all gonna be out there. So we'll mix and match and figure it out.
How's Pat's back?
He's fine.
Holding up.
Yeah.
Both good.
Yep, they're both fine. We're both out here shooting around before you guys got in here. So.
How nice was it to see Jordan do what he did last night?
It was good. Yeah, Jordan was really good. It seems like he's kind of getting over that post-injury barrier now, where he's got his conditioning and his confidence level. And I thought he was excellent last night.
I'm here with an Israeli.
All right, Omri question. Go ahead.
Yes.
What do you want to know about Omri?
Yes, I just want to, if you can say a few words about him. We're doing a documentary about him.
Yeah.
What's his situation right now, the team?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, he's hurt like half of our team, but he's been great this year. He's probably our best cutter. He's filled in a role when we've had other guys hurt. He's played really well, and he's been great to have on the team. I'm a big fan of Omri's.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
When Steph went out in December, you guys went 9-1 in those first 10, and I remember you had like a meeting in Charlotte, and the formula was kind of KD upped his usage, and your defense was best in the league. I mean, is that just kind of the formula you have to preach to your team?
Yeah, for sure. And you know, it's a little different with Quinn back. At the time, Quinn was playing, but not playing big minutes. I think he might have started a game or two.
He started in Charlotte.
Yeah. But he's playing at a different level now, and you know, we have other injuries, obviously, with Klay and KD. But once everybody's back, other than Steph, yeah, that's the formula. Is, you know, defend like crazy. KD's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, and we got to just get stops and take care of the ball, and that's, we can be really, really good doing that.
You might not go metric-wise, but is it basically like defensive rating in the 90s, kind of double-digit defense?
I don't look at the numbers too closely. It's more the mentality and the understanding, the awareness that got to take away the easy stuff. That's what we did a good job of in December. We took away the easy stuff. We made it hard on teams. We relied heavily on Kevin. Good formula, and we keep track of the numbers, but more than anything, we watch film and we try to pick apart what we're doing well, what we're not doing so well.
Your assist numbers were down that month too.
I'm sorry?
Your assist numbers were down that month. Will you have to play maybe more of a, not necessarily an iso, but just kind of a plotting style? Yeah,
it's a little different style. Our pace goes down, and so the assists go down, and you know, I don't like to look at it as ISO, but there's just less flow to our game, and that's fine. It's just we have a lot of guys who can play. We still got 3 All-Stars. With KD, there's going to be more, high screen and roll, freeing him up, coming downhill, that kind of stuff. And obviously, he's devastating in that role. So, we're pretty fortunate to have this roster, this level of talent to be able to withstand the injury to Steph. I don't know. He didn't practice yesterday, and so everything is day to day.
How's Klay progressing?
He's good, but he's not ready. He won't be ready tomorrow. He's still I haven't seen him shoot right-handed, so I want to see that before we throw him out there. As much as I love his left-handed shot, I still prefer the right-handed.
You can't do just spot up for now in the corner?
Probably not. Not quite yet.
Do you think his mid-range game can still be pretty good left-handed? I know 3-point shooting is pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, what he's working on is the free throws in the mid-range, and it'd be tough to do, just in the heat of a game. It's one thing to shoot with nobody on you, but I do think it'll help. I do think it'll help his offhand, just with layups and floaters and stuff. You might see more of that.
When you're missing your All-Stars, not just 1 or 2, but I mean 3 or 4. How much of I won't say strain, but how much of a test? How does it change how you and your staff sort of prepare? Because obviously you don't have the same caliber of players. Sure. Your rotations are different. I mean, how much more challenging is it for you?
Well, it's obviously a totally different challenge. Suddenly our plays don't work quite as well. We don't seem as smart as coaches. That comes up. The main thing is the message has to stay consistent, and the message is compete and defend and take care of the ball and do everything you can, with the awareness that it's going to be harder, but we can still score. I mean, I told the guys in the middle of the second quarter last night, we're still going to score over 100 points. I knew we would. We did in Phoenix in a similar situation where we couldn't get anything to go early. But if you stay with it and you play together, you're still going to score enough points to win. But it has to start with your defense and your mentality. So it's the messaging that's the most important thing.
All right, wrap.
Thanks.
Thanks, Steve.